Are you still using the Fisherman's Knot? Today, I'm going to go over 3 reasons why you should stop using it. Coming up. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In today's episode of Tackle Techniques, I'm going to be going over why no angler should be using the Fisherman's Knot. Is that too formal? What's going on, dudes? In today's video, I'm going to be going over why I think the Fisherman's Knot is outdated and showing you guys a bunch of better options. Now, I know what you're going to say. I've been using the Fisherman's Knot for my whole life and I've caught more fish on it than you've ever seen, boy. Alright, Billy Bob, got it. There's no denying that the Fisherman's Knot has been used for ages. Many dudes have caught fish for their entire lives using them. But what I'm here to tell you today is there are better options out there that will lead to you catching more fish. Listen, you guys spend so much time prepping for a fishing trip, scouting out spots, planning out the weekend, packing the cooler, getting the boat ready. And then to lose a fish that you've spent so much time preparing for because you were too lazy to learn a new knot that would take you all of 10 minutes it's asinine. But I can't tell you how many guys I know that they fish for their whole lives and they're too stubborn to just learn a little bit stronger knot that might lead them to losing less fish. It's crazy. So the Fisherman's Knot that I've been referring to is the clinch or the improved clinch, essentially passing the line through the eye of your hook, doing 5 twists, and then back through the loop that you just created. It is a standard knot that many fishermen grow up using, and it's the first thing they learn when they start fishing as a child even. The 3 alternatives I'm going to go over: the Uni Knot, the Palomar, as well as the Orvis Knot. These 3 knots are all knots that are tight to the hook or the lure or the swivel that you're tying it to. You notice they're not loop knots. They're much more versatile, and I could get into loop knots and other doubled line knots and craziness, but the reason I'm going with these tight to the hook knots is 95% of the fishing applications you could get away with just knowing one of them. So that's what we're gonna go with for simplicity's sake, and so we don't make the video an hour long, because who's got an hour to watch a freaking how to tie a knot video? Additionally, the reason I'm not going over snells today is because I want you guys to be able to use these with lures, and snells really don't work with a lot of lures, as well as swivels. So I agree, snells are very strong. Not saying that they're not. Just these knots are pretty much the most versatile for this video. Now I picked the Uni, Palomar, as well, and the Orvis knot based on 3 qualifications: strength, cleanliness, and simplicity. Strength, all of these knots continually from my own tests as well as research that I did on multiple tests that people have done online, they all tested significantly stronger than the clinch knot, the traditional Fisherman's Knot. Now I could mention specific percentages, but that varies so much based on type of line as well as size of line. So where a Palomar may be very strong with 40-pound monofilament, you go into 80-pound, the Uni knot actually may test a little bit higher. But these all, across every test that I researched, everything that I've done, were all significantly stronger than the clinch knot. Kicking it right off with the Uni knot. Uni knot, you're gonna go ahead and pass your line through the eye of the hook, doesn't matter which way. Then we're gonna take our line, this is the hardest part, and make a freaking loop. Just like this. Whoop! Almost lost it. Make a loop, just like that. This is what screws everyone up. Then all we're gonna do is take our line, wrap it inside the loop and around the standing line. We're gonna do this 5 times because this is a 60-pound test. Something really heavy like 400 pound, I can get away with 3 or 4 wraps. Something really light, like 10 pound, I'll usually use 6. Braid, I'll use something crazy like, I don't know, 10 to 12. Now we take our line, we pull it this way, away from the hook, cinched up fairly tightly, and all I'm gonna do is wet it now. Wet it with some saliva, then we're just gonna pull on the standing line so the knot goes towards the hook. One last time, I'm gonna pull on the tag end to just make sure everything's neat and tidy, and then pull back. Uni knot's super strong, fairly easy. Once you get good at it, you can tie it in the freaking dark. Very versatile knot. Contestant number 2 is the Palomar knot. So the Palomar knot is unique in the fact that you have to double the line before you start tying it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take 6 inches.
That's what she said.
just like so. And then I'm going to take my doubled end and I'm going to pass it through the eye of the hook. Just like so. So now we have our hook on our doubled line. All I'm going to do is do a little overhand knot. All we do, final step, is take the hook, put it through our loop from our original doubled line. And then we pull everything tight. It's important to pull on the tag end as well as the standing line and just make sure it's a nice clean knot. The reason the Palomar is so freaking strong is that doubled line inside the eye of the hook right there. Some things that suck about the Palomar knot is you can't really do it with lures because of the giant loop that you have to make. You can do it with smaller ones, but once you get into giant plugs and stuff like that, you got to use so much freaking line just to get that loop around whatever you're tying to. So not ideal for that, not ideal for tying to two sides of a swivel with a long rig and everything. It just becomes a pain. But when you're tying straight to a hook, super quick, extremely strong. Our final contestant will be the Orvis knot. So you're just going to pass your line through the eye of the hook, and then I'm going to go ahead and make one twist, and I have a nice little loop there. Next up, I'm going to pass my line back through that loop that I just made, creating a figure eight, just like this. Final step, go ahead through that newest loop, one wrap, two wraps. And then just like the Uni Knot, we're going to pull her tight up this way, away from the hook, and then wet it. Now that she's been wet, slide her down and make sure it doesn't bunch up on the eye of the hook. Pull it tight. And it's a very small, very freaking strong knot. What's awesome about this is the size of the knot as well as the which way the tag end goes. So you see how the tag end is facing down this way? When I trim it, it's much less likely, unlike the Uni Knot, where it's facing this way, to catch stuff. So when I'm fishing a lure with this knot, it's not going to catch little crap and debris while I'm dragging it through the water. So it's very nice, super strong, super small. One honorable mention in today's video would be the trilene knot. I didn't find the trilene knot popular in a lot of places. I hadn't actually heard of it myself, but in my research, Field & Stream completely sweared by it in their knot test. So I'll link Field & Stream's knot test as well as a couple of my favorite articles in the description below, and you guys can go ahead and check those out. I just want to reiterate, y'all, strengths completely vary when it comes to lines, the branding, their types, and their sizes. So what may be the strongest knot with 60-pound fluorocarbon made by Yo-Zuri may not be the strongest knot when it comes to 15-pound amine monofilament. I just wanted to show you guys what I have found to be tried and true knots throughout my years of fishing, as well as what many different line articles all seem to agree in their tests were extremely strong knots, significantly better than the old school Fisherman's knot or Improved Clinch. Y'all, if you made it this far into the video, I want you to go down to the comment section and comment below. If you could only use one knot for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? Guys, if you liked the video, make sure to like the video. It gives me some reassurance in knowing exactly what is popular and where I want to take the channel in the future. Y'all, it's your feedback that I work off of, and really, that's the whole point of the channel, is I want to provide you guys with something that's valuable. Whether it's a fishing vlog and it's entertainment value, if it's this type of video where you get some type of information, if it's a real review where it keeps you from wasting your damn money, because I know you all work your ass off for your money. That's what I want to provide to you. So the feedback you guys give me is huge. Don't think your comment doesn't mean anything. It's absolutely huge. And y'all, I gotta give the people what they want. Anyways, guys, it has been an absolute pleasure, and just remember to take a step back today and remember, life is pretty cool. Later, y'all.